shirt off the entire podcast. We never acknowledge it.
So like a normal episode.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to episode 102 of Front Seat Gamer. I'm Nick. I'm here with Severn.
Yep.
And Blake.
Hey.
And today we've got a special guest, Dane. Also works at us at GGG. Works at us. That's right? You work at us?
Yep.
Yep.
I work at us.
Yep. Great.
Yep.
How's it going, guys?
It's good.
Pretty good. Yep.
Usually we start off the podcast talking about what we've been playing, but we might get to that in a little bit because also this week was E3. So I think people are raring to talk about some of the E3 stuff.
Wait, do we want to intro Dane a little?
Oh, yeah. Dane, you're an artist.
Yeah.
Shit.
He's Australian?
Nah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That's actually about as much as I know about you, I think.
Yep.
What do you do at GGG?
I make sharp objects.
Yeah, but what are you meant to do at GGG?
Show Eric those sharp objects. They're actually Eric's sharp objects. I'm
Okay.
just polishing them up for him.
Polishing Eric's sharp objects. Okay. Awesome.
So Eric,
you're
is
like-
a
you're
serial
like-
killer,
so-
as it turns out.
I'm a general 3D guy. I make weapons.
Nice.
You're kind of the weapon master. Like every
Yeah,
time I
kinda
walk by,
weapons
you're
guy.
working on a different weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the last one that you made that's currently live in game?
Well, just all MTX stuff.
Oh, right.
I didn't make. Well, I modeled those like illusionist ones that just came out. I think. It's
I
like
think
gold.
we've shown some of the illusionist
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know how much of it.
There's like a MTX skin where it goes on all the weapons.
Mhm.
One of those ones.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it work on every single weapon. Like I was gonna I'm gonna make a fist, I'm gonna make a bow, I'm gonna make fucking everything.
Oh, shit.
And I nearly did.
Yeah.
And I think the YouTube comments, people are like, oh man, it works on nearly everything. Oh, it's a shame it doesn't work on everything though. And I'm like,
What did you miss?
well, I wanted to.
Okay.
Just
What-
didn't get to.
What doesn't it work on right now?
I don't know. Bows, stuff that they don't work on. that I wanted it to work on.
All right, cool. E3.
E3.
Yeah.
Mm.
I watched some of it. I specifically watched the Nintendo thing.
Yeah, I bet. Dude, Nintendo thing was mostly bullshit, I reckon.
Whoa.
What?
I'm saying it. You know why?
What?
Tell me.
So throughout the whole thing,
Uh-huh.
they were announcing characters for Smash,
Yep.
and it was fooling
Throughout
me.
the whole thing, they did twice.
It was
One's
well,
at, one's at
still,
the start, one's at the end.
well, still, it was fooling me into thinking they were new games, because like the what's it called? The Donkey Kong. There was a Donkey Kong like trailer where Banjo-Kazooie was in it.
yeah.
and I was like,
the Banjo-Kazooie.
yeah, and I was like, oh my god, a new Banjo-Kazooie game! Oh, this is gonna be great on Nintendo. Wow, this is incredible! And then it's just a Smash character. And I was like, oh,
that whole reveal was a parody of the reveal for King K. Rool, which they did for Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was like a shot-for-shot remake, except
Yeah.
King K. Rool was there.
wow.
See, I thought it was going to be a new Donkey Kong 64, and I was super hyped.
Mm.
See-
I was completely in the other. No one was catering for me. Like, I'm sitting there going, "Fuck yeah, Donkey Kong's back, dude!"
Well, that's what I thought as well.
I'm like, oh, Banjo.
That's what I thought as well. And I was
I
like,
mean,
oh, a new Donkey
Smash.
Kong. This is going to be awesome. And then it was like the Banjo-Kazooie thing. And I was like, oh, well, a new Banjo-Kazooie. That's pretty awesome as well.
As soon as
But then there's
Banjo
neither
showed
of those.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see Banjo-Kazooie coming to Smash. That's the only character I wanted, so I'm really happy.
I missed the entire talk, and I was hoping you could tell me
Okay,
about some of the
alright.
highlights.
How did it start?
It started with a reveal of another character for Smash playing the Dragon Quest hero,
Mhm.
which I have no connection with. So, meh.
It's done by like the Dragon Ball artist. guy.
Yeah,
So all the
okay,
characters
yeah.
had that same Dragon Ball Z face everyone drew when they were 12.
Yep.
I think it's, is that coming to Switch or has that been on Switch for a while?
Dragon
Yeah,
Quest?
I
Yeah.
think one of them is.
Because
think
it was
it might
on
have some.
PlayStation and I've been thinking about getting it.
Yeah, I didn't know the Dragon Quest like 11 or 12 or whatever it is
Yeah.
that has like the past Dragon Quest stuff in there is coming to Switch. And they also have Dragon Quest Builders 2 coming to Switch. Dragon Quest Builders 1 is already on Switch.
Oh, wow.
It is Ryan's favorite game, previous friend of the podcast.
Previous friend of the podcast.
Yeah, no longer
No.
friend of the podcast. You heard it first. What else did they show? They showed a bunch of games that I would describe as maximum Japan, where there was like mechs and girls with big boobs fighting each other. That's sort of like
Sounds great.
maximum Japan.
Sounds awesome.
Really, in a Nintendo Direct?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just how
No, that's not
Japanese
very
games
Nintendo.
tend
Yeah.
to be.
That's just tame for Japan, though. Like, big boobs are just... Big anime titties are just, like, normal. Have you seen those mouse pads?
No.
Everyone's got them.
Nintendo makes mouse
Yes,
pads.
we've seen your mouse pad, Blake.
Yeah, it's Peach.
Why do you hide it in that drawer though?
Oh, well, you don't want to look in there.
Then they did some Pokemon stuff, but the exciting stuff they announced that there's a sequel for Breath of the Wild 2 coming, and they showed like a minute of footage from that in like real chopped up trailer style, and they showed some gameplay for Link's Awakening. Which is
I'm really bummed on that one.
now I had heard you had some thoughts about that.
I'm bummed on it.
Okay, clarify what's up with that?
I played the fuck out of that game.
Yeah.
I love that game so much.
Yep.
I had on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
I had like little shit stuck onto my Game Boy Color. Like you put stickers and crap and.
To remind you of how much of a fan you were.
Yeah,
A Link fan. Yeah.
And I was like, it was like always the one game, like, because they've been just going to fucking Hyrule for like every game. Every single fucking game is that fucking castle. That fucking Bowser, Mario, you're gonna go save the fucking queen, bring her back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
nah.
gotta rescue Zelda.
Yeah.
Sure.
But like Majora's and like the Link's Awakening were like into like just whole new places.
They
And it
just
was, like,
they depart from that pattern. Yeah.
yeah, and so like I was just wanting like a new game in that,
That departs from saving Zelda.
Yeah, but but the fact that it's just a straight up remake, but it looks like fucking Fisher Price plastic toy shit. I'm not big on it.
Why? It just specifically that you don't like the art style.
Yeah,
See, I love it. I love it. I
nah,
love it so much. It's adorable.
it shouldn't be adorable.
Why?
It's not supposed to be adorable.
Why can't it be
that
adorable?
game's grim as fuck.
That game?
Yeah,
No.
it's a nightmare. It's literally a nightmare. Maybe
Spoilers. But
How old is this game? I think spoilers are
92,
Past.
I think 91,
yeah, it's
92.
old as fuck.
But that's part of what I like about it is they have this cutesy overlay over what is actually kind of an existential crisis of a game.
I get it, but I just don't like how everything's so plastic. I wish it was just a little less plastic.
Is it for the Switch?
Yeah.
And so they just showed off screenshots.
No, they
Trailer.
showed
Oh,
actual
trailer.
gameplay.
Well, the
Okay,
thing
cool.
that bummed me out is when they first announced it, they had the like the hand drawn cartoon intro.
Oh, concept
Because the
art?
Game Boy had this like I guess the Game Boy equivalent of a cutscene where it was just like still images with
Yep.
music,
Mhm.
and it was like they showed off this whole big animated, like not like anime style. It looked like
So
late
storybook-ish.
80s style,
Hmm.
like kind of like Conan the Barbarian type looking animation. I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be fucking hand drawn 2D.
Yeah.
And then they showed this immediately cut from that awesome looking cartoon to like,
Fisher
It
Price.
does look Fisher Price. That's exactly how it looks.
and I was
That's that
just like,
plasticky
immediately
look.
I went like this, oh, what the fuck?
See, I love it. I love that there's like a blurred effect at the bottom and the top of the screen to make
See,
it
I
even
don't
look
like that
smaller.
tilt.
than
Yeah, it
that.
makes it
tilt
makes it
shit.
look small. Yeah,
It's meant to
like,
look
yeah.
small. I love that it looks small.
I don't like that. tilt
I
shit
love that they
stuff, though.
kept the perspective the same. You know what's interesting is they in the Game Boy version, everything is in like screen sized squares, and so every time you go to the next screen, it sort of slides the
Mhm.
current screen down, and the next one slides up.
Mhm.
Except they didn't retain that for this.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is that-
I'm
is it
guessing the
bad
original
idea?
reason was. You reckon it's a bad
It was
idea?
boring.
Well,
it was
that
bad.
sounds like a limitation of the Game Boy.
Yeah, I think it was.
I just hope they don't do that thing where you bump into a pot and it goes, "Hey, you should equip the thing if you want to lift this pot up."
bet
and
it will.
You walk in, you're in a whole room full of these pots, and You just keep bumping into it, and that context comes up, and it's like, and then you can press A to fucking skip the thing.
Yeah, hold A and just.
If they do that, that's a valid criticism. I'll give you that.
For every part.
But what about the nostalgia?
Screw that.
Some people
Yeah,
might get really strong nostalgia for that, and then they'll be like, "This is amazing. This is just like how I remember.
Okay.
This is just as terrible as I remember."
Sure.
It's amazing.
Yep.
I fucking love that game, man.
And
It's
you,
all like
you-
instruments. It's like you collect each dungeon's got a different musical instrument, and then you save them all or whatever, and then they make up like
play
they
the
all,
Ballad of the
they all
Windfish.
they all perform this song together.
Mm.
So I guess if the music sucks, that'll be the big downer because it's all about the music for that game.
Yep.
So I mean, they can do whatever they want, I guess, visually. But if they like just derp up that song, I'm gonna be kind of mad.
They had the Tal Tal Mountain theme during the trailer, and that was spot on. So
sounded
I
pretty good.
am happy. I'm excited for that game. But also, you mentioned that you liked that wasn't a Rescue Zelda centric
Yeah.
game. Breath of the Wild 2, it kind of looks like Zelda's going to be a companion.
Maybe.
So you might get your wish.
Is that dark? You
That
kinda,
does look dark, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dane?
it was like a zombie thing.
Yeah.
What?
That-
Yeah,
I
there was
think
a
it's
zombie
I
thing.
think they're gonna pull it so that redhead Ganon guy was actually the original Link, or the one that
What a
that
twist.
killed he was the original like hero of Hyrule.
Mhm.
Interesting theory. That's not what I got out of that trailer.
Well, I played the original game, and every time they showed the old hero, it was like literally a green dude with red hair in this like
Yeah.
weird.
And there's only one guy with red hair in the Zelda universe.
Yeah. But everyone else they showed in it looked like them.
Mm.
Like Princess Zelda, just little girl, little blonde hair, little yellow
Yep.
hair. And then the Hero of Time is got this like, it even looks like his Ocarina of Time Ganon sword, like the big broadsword with the big curly shit up the side. Doesn't look like the Master Sword at all.
Ooh.
And then the guy's like green, and he's got this big red mane of hair, and I'm like, that's totally Ganon.
Yeah, that's young Ganon.
That's that young Ganon. So the original Link was just a Gerudo or something.
I
That's what I'm predicting.
That's what you're predicting?
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out in probably like 3
They
years.
could pull some shit. They could pull some
In
shit.
3 years, you reckon?
Nah, they've already
Nah,
got.
no.
They've already got the engine.
Nah,
like
that
they're using the same thing.
That's like when they made Ocarina of Time and they made Majora's in basically a year right after it, using the same shit. They just used Ocarina's entire like fucking everything.
Well,
Like even the character models are just a guy like the Scarecrow. Like even a guy in Ocarina, it was just like some random dude. They just changed his name. Oh, he's so and so the builder in Majora's Mask, and they just reskinned the game.
Do you think they would get away with that now? Like doing that?
I reckon they should do it more often because Majora's Mask was awesome.
Mm.
It meant they
But
could.
with
spend-
Breath of the Wild and this new one?
I don't think it
my understanding is that they're maintaining the same Hyrule, so you'll be in the same open world. However, if they don't make significant changes, that will be a bummer.
Yeah, you don't want it to feel like this should have been DLC, but I'm paying full price for it.
Right. My theory. Well, here's what Jake reckons. Jake at work thinks it's going to be time travel centric,
Cool.
Oh, so you see Hyrule and it's like
potentially.
Prime.
Yeah, or something
That'd
like
be
that.
cool.
Oh, young
Yeah.
Ganon. Yeah.
Young Ganon.
Young Ganon.
I would love to see a Hyrule town in its prime. In
What if
current
you
generation.
went? Oh no, I suppose that.
Yeah, they might be chasing that Majora's thing then, because they could do the intact Hyrule Castle and the whole townspeople, and you've got more like NPCs and AI paths, and they could have more like, because that's the thing with Majora's is they built Ocarina, they spent making that years back in the N64 days, and they made Majora's in like a year
Yeah.
because they'd done all the engine, they just reused every model. They made a few new ones for bosses. And then it just meant for that whole year, they just like knuckled down on just pure gameplay and events and scripting and all that shit. So like, I feel like that's what this one is. They're kind of like, we don't need the modeling again. Just give Zelda new hair.
Yeah, like you don't need to.
Uh,
You don't need to like reinvent the wheel when you've got a
Make
really
some
good
bosses.
wheel already.
dude, we got mossy rock textures. We got that.
Yep.
We got all that shit.
Make those maps 512.
Yeah, actually, that would be great if they did that. Because they don't have to worry
give me
about
some more
supporting
rendering
the.
here.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about supporting the Wii U anymore,
Yeah.
so they can just use the full power of that Switch.
Yeah,
the,
to
the
make
monster that
Yeah.
the Switch is.
to make that's the thing. The other thing that bothers me about the Game Boy remake is because they've shown us what an open world Zelda can look
Yeah.
like on a Switch, and then they showed me this little claymation thing. it should look like the most awesome thing ever if you've got like a locked perspective. It should be fucking insane looking.
How did you feel about Wind Waker?
I love Wind Waker.
That was a very big departure from.
Yeah, but
Zelda
that art
64.
style's good. It's not Fisher Price. It doesn't look like shit you'd go down to fucking Woolies and buy for your kids for $10.
Back when that game came, when they first announced Wind Waker,
No,
people
everyone
were
got-
very upset
Yeah, everyone got
because it
mad
looked
as
like a
fuck.
cartoon. Here's my thing. I think it's going to look great, and I think that seeing it on like an E3 screen is not doing it justice. When you're holding it, I think it's going to be awesome.
It might. But look, I owned a Wii U, right? I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, me too.
I bought almost every game on it. I love me fucking Yoshi's Woolly World, my Kirby's Epic Yarn. Fucking love that shit, but not for Zelda. I don't want that fucking plastic toy.
Do you think this is in the same vein
If
as
it looked like
remaking?
Wind Waker, if it looked like Wind Waker top down, I'd be totally fucking cool with that.
Yeah?
I don't know. I like aesthetically nice looking art styles. I don't like just like, I don't know, this blob shiny speculatory blob thing that looked like it was made in about 5 seconds.
Yeah. There was an art style that Nintendo showed off years ago. It was like a dark Zelda, and he was like fighting some spider.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know the one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was hoping for the next Zelda, Breath of the Wild, to have that kind of look, and they
I-
just
I-
never really
They never did.
I
delivered
actually
on
really
it.
like
Yeah.
how Breath of the Wild looks. I really like that because it's like Wind Waker's art style basically just evolved. It's like that same cell shaded thing, but it's got just nice
Higher detail.
nicer
and-
shaders. And
It's
shit.
got good grass.
It looks
got
really
great
good.
graph.
It looks really good. I like. They could just stick with that art style. I'd be fine with that. But it would be cool if they went for like a real gritty, realistic
Yeah.
go at some point.
Mm.
I just want one that looks like the '80s. Because the Zelda games always had like this, box art and promo art and like posters and like
You want it to look like the hero of Gameland or whatever.
Yeah. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Yes.
I want it to look like an '80s cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I think it would be fucking mad. I think it would just be awesome.
So like just super muscly. Is that-
I don't know, man. I just like them colors, like that weird
Yeah.
washy blue background, and then like this bright red. Like the sword is literally like this little stupid hilt with a red gem in it, and just I don't know. It's all like really basic, but
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare to me.
better than Fisher Price. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I liked it. I like the new art style. What else did they show off? Luigi's Mansion 3.
Oh,
All
that,
right.
That
that
game
does
looks
look.
really fun.
That does look
It's
nice.
got co-op,
Yeah.
so that's going to be a good time.
What do you think of the Guigi?
I love Luigi.
Gooey.
Yeah.
I love that they made a pun.
Yep.
I love that he can't walk over water. He just melts, goes down a drain. Looks great. I'm stoked. There was some other
I
stuff.
like
we talked
that
about.
Luigi's getting his. You know.
Yeah. I didn't know he had a second game.
Yeah, he did. It
Wow.
was
Because I
apparently
played
pretty
the
good.
first one. I played the first one.
The second game was Wii U, right?
Dane, can you confirm? Luigi's
I
Mansion
think it
2?
was. I'm
No,
pretty
No, I
sure
think
it
it was,
was.
no. I
3DS
think it was 3DS.
Okay.
Ah,
was that
okay.
Luigi's Mansion 2?
Yeah.
No,
I think
I'm
was
sure it was
3DS.
on Wii U because wasn't there some multiplayer thing where you play as ghosts and you're like it was basically like Pac-Man and you're trying to like get away from.
You're thinking of Pac-Man.
I am maybe.
No, you're thinking of the Mario, the other one, 3D World.
Yeah.
You could play as like a bunch of people,
Okay.
maybe.
Well, I don't know. I don't have any of these consoles. I've never played any of these
Oh,
games.
now actually, Blake said something interesting to me. He said Pokemon is the fourth must-have game on
Yep.
Switch for him. He needs 5 games minimum before he'll buy a Switch.
That second, that
just want one
Breath of the
console.
Wild.
It's 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Breath of the Wild. Well, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, I think might be the 5th game, but I'm.
I
Gonna,
always said it would be the exact game I don't like the look of. I said if they announce that, I'm getting a Switch.
Yeah.
But I got a Switch anyway.
So you already got one.
I've already
Yeah.
got one.
But dude,
What-
that Pokemon game is like open world. It has raids.
What?
It has raids,
Cool.
raid bosses.
Cool.
You
you
go
see-
in there and you can only choose one Pokemon. So you bring in your best, and you're teamed up with like 3 other human beings, like real players,
And
and
they're
you're
giving you orders.
and you're battling. Well, you can like send
You
like
gotta
orders,
check
like
your
basic.
DKP.
So
Yeah.
one guy's just going to be the potion guy. Dude, I got the super potions. I got them.
Well, there's like I think there's like a
He's
there's
just got like a chancy or
there's
something.
not
He's
actual like voice chat, but there is like basic like
Emotes or whatever.
Emotes.
Dude,
or
you're gonna have
something.
healers. There's gonna be people just with a
Yeah.
bunch of chancies, and they're gonna dress up like Nurse Jenny.
you can only bring one.
and
You're fighting like a giant Pokemon, and then at the end, like everyone gets a chance to capture it.
But only one person that actually gets it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
Which
gonna
is kind of
cause
like
some-
a little bit of a bummer.
That's
I don't
gonna
like
cause
going in there and being like, oh, somebody else. I don't want that feeling of like how I used to feel in World of Warcraft, where I'd be like, man, I've done like 8 of these raids and I've got nothing that I actually want.
Yeah, some guy walking off with like the shiny Charizard or whatever. That's gonna get a bit of
Yeah.
a bummer.
But it looks cool. Like it's the open world for me. It's the open world, and you see the Pokemon walking around. You see them walk. You can see them walking around. You can battle them. But
Yeah.
there's also like in the grass, you still get like the surprise.
Have you seen what the flying Pokemon look like?
I've seen seagull ones.
They're just skating on top of the grass.
Yeah, I've seen the seagull ones. They're pretty weird.
Wait, is it still the fixed camera?
No, it's
No?
behind the behind the back.
and not
Oh,
in the
that's
open
cool.
world areas.
Wow,
There are
okay.
some
Yeah.
areas where it is. I think in towns it's fixed.
So
Yeah, I
wait,
have
there's a
seen
new
some fixed
trailer
camera.
out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I haven't seen
There's all
it.
the Nintendo things.
Sorry.
It wasn't in the Nintendo press conference, so it was in its
They
own.
showed a little bit of it, but they basically.
I think it was
said-
in its own thing.
Yeah, they had their own Nintendo.
Pokemon
for it.
is bigger than Nintendo.
Ooh, yep.
Pokemon is owned by the Pokemon company.
Yeah.
which Nintendo owns part of.
Whoa.
So
that's
it is
crazy. That is crazy that like Pokemon is so big it's not actually fully owned by Nintendo.
Yeah, it's like a 3-way split with Game Freak and
Oh yeah, Game Freak.
whatever the
What else does
And
Game Freak
Tencent.
do?
for Tencent.
Yeah.
Tencent.
Yeah, probably.
Game
What does
Freak.
Tencent own? I don't know.
Everything.
Yeah, like all of it, like 50% of video games.
Yeah. I went to what was it? I went to a movie and I think maybe it was either the
Detective
movie
Pikachu.
I saw or it was the trailer for a movie and it said Tencent Films.
Yeah,
They're huge. They're big, man, these guys.
and you're on. You know they own.
Yeah. Of course. That's why I noticed them.
What
Otherwise I
do
would
they
have just
own?
been like
realize they were big then.
I don't know what do you.
yeah,
what do
but
you mean?
I
They own us. Not this podcast.
They
Shit.
They own 80% of this podcast.
Oh,
not
man.
all. Not all.
Whoa.
Yeah.
if they bought this podcast,
Yeah.
that'd be pretty
You would
great.
have hundreds of
I
dollars.
would have. Yep. But yes, that Pokemon game. I'm looking forward to it. It's my 4th game for the Switch.
Okay. What is there a game that if they announced it, you would buy a Switch immediately, regardless of any other?
Dude, I don't know. The thing is, like, my rule is that it has to be a Switch exclusive.
Oh, okay. It has to be. So,
Yeah.
So The Witcher 3 doesn't count.
I can't imagine
They
that running
announced
well.
That's. I can't imagine
I
running
can't
well.
Wait,
imagine
that's
that
real?
running well.
Yeah, The Witcher 3 is coming to Switch.
Yeah.
Why?
He's probably going to be a... Dude, when they showed that Witcher trailer, I was like, is this another Smash character?
You know what? That would be fantastic.
It's going to happen,
I
I'm
would
sure.
Absolutely. play
Absolutely.
it.
In a year's time, when The Witcher is out on Switch, the next like Nintendo press conference, you're going to see Geralt
No,
in there.
no.
See, like the whole Smash thing, I've always been on the. Everyone bangs on about how great Melee was. Like, I just like the first one.
Yeah.
First one's pretty good.
I just like 12 characters. That's it.
Too many now.
Just
Too many.
Even Melee was too many. I'm like, no, it's supposed to be the all stars, not just you
Now
you
they're
shouldn't
all
just-
stars.
You shouldn't get in if you just showed up in this. Like, what are these B sides in
Yeah.
this
Yep.
game? Like, come on.
Well, Sonic's also in it. He's not even a Nintendo.
Yeah, I gotta disagree. I love the fact that they've got such a broad spectrum of characters now, especially
Yeah.
because it's from well outside of Nintendo's sphere, and I think that's very exciting.
I mean, it's cool.
But they can't be all stars. Do you see what Dane's saying?
What I mean is, I just love the original Smash. I want them to make that one, but each of those characters is insane. Like they got an insane amount of just moves, and like they're really insanely balanced, and they just dial down on these core fucking dudes.
That's a very different game
Well, yeah.
because Smash is about simplicity. Each character has the same controls. Each character has the same.
Well,
number of moves.
yeah, but what I mean is, everyone just gets more complexity. I guess
Right.
you start approaching that whole melee thing where you can like move, cancel, and dash, dodge, and all that shit. But it's intentional. It's like you build that into just a more limited set, and they're very robust. I would prefer that game than just like here's 50. Hey, you want to play as Trash Can Man? And he's
And, man.
I don't know. Hey, we got Elmo in. It's
Hey,
Elmo's in.
Elmo in Smash would be real cool.
Tickle me, Elmo. Which
will he
Elmo?
have the hand up his ass?
Every time you punch him, he
Yeah.
laughs.
The master hand, he just comes up and just goes in there.
That makes a disturbing amount of sense. You know what I didn't do is I didn't watch any of the other press conferences.
Really?
Yeah.
The Square one was mostly like 90% remakes and
I haven't seen it, but I'm just going to assume there's like 3 Final Fantasies being remade.
pretty much. Well, I mean, there's the big one. There's seven is like getting a full remake. Like
Yeah,
full
I
thing.
knew about that one, but I'm assuming there's like a remake of 4 or something.
8's getting a like remaster, so it's just like
Right.
upped
I thought they were.
textures and
Are they
stuff.
not doing a remake of that?
Not the final like Fantasy 7 star remake where it's like
Remake
full
6.
complete remake. It's just a up res basically.
See, everyone. I must be Mr. Contrarian today, but everyone.
Say it, man.
Have you?
Yeah,
so
we'll do it.
Did you play Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah.
See, I didn't. I played Final Fantasy 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my jam.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7, I was kind of like, what's all these? Why are these characters?
It was too mainstream.
Why are these characters got belts everywhere?
I think yeah. What's with this giant sword? You can't lift that in real
What's
life.
going on with it? I like.
What's with their blocky hands?
That guy can't pick anything up with that arm. That's just a gun.
I like 6 because it was kind of like this weird Victorian steampunk setting, but it was like Super Nintendo, so it was all 2D.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But it was just very like rich.
I think
felt like 7 was kind of more like in a way, it's like half the game 6 was, but just kind of like tech demo-y. Like 3D model is, hey, we got 3.
They had cutscenes too.
Cutscene.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I wish that it would hype me up way more if they were like, hey, here's a full CG crazy PS4 remake of Final Fantasy 6. I'd be like, oh, fuck. Dude.
What if it looked like it was Fisher and Paykel?
Nah, then I'd be like, nah, keep that trash. I don't want it.
Wait, Fisher Price? Whatever.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like refrigerators. Everything looked like your whitewares.
Yep. That'd be great. I think because 7 was like a lot of people's first Final Fantasy. Like it was my first Final Fantasy, and I'm pretty sure it was the first one on PlayStation.
It was also the biggest budget game ever at the time.
Yeah.
And so it had a huge marketing push. And it was a big game. Like, I understand that, like, 6 is a classic game. I've played 6. I almost beat it. Then my ROM got destroyed. But 7 is like, 4 discs,
Yeah.
80 hours gameplay.
Yeah.
It's not.
How
not
many
a small
Blu-rays
game.
is that going to be?
What did they said something weird? It would be like 2 Blu-rays or something. Like they actually gave like a disc thing. They were like, and it's going to be episodic. They said.
What?
So I don't.
Yeah. They're
It's
not
really
doing the whole
it's
game.
really weird messaging. I don't know what.
They're
I
doing
don't know
like
what's going
it's
on
going to
with
be
it.
like episode 1 of Final Fantasy 7.
I
Yeah.
don't like it.
And
this is gonna. They're gonna get like to where disc 2 ended, and then they'll be like,
just
we're done.
do you remember that like Agnes philosophy thing a bunch of years ago? They had like the Final Fantasy tech demo when they were showing off the new
I think
engine?
so. Chicken Red.
Yeah, Chicken Red, shed red feathery stuff.
Yep.
I wanted that game.
Hmm.
I wanted that game.
Was that?
Because it kind of looked like, it reminded me of Final Fantasy 6 because there was this kind of steampunky vibe going on with
Yeah.
the world. And I was like,
That really was a tech demo.
that
I
was
think-
a tech demo.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, dude, that's the game they should be making. And then I thought they were. And then they're like, Final Fantasy 7,
Yeah.
part 1. I'm like, what?
With Unreal Engine.
Unreal. Like, what happened to the engine you were making? You showed me before. What the fuck? Where is that?
Yeah.
They
Did
got
you
like
ever-
some ghost studio working on another game no one even knows about.
Did you ever play 9?
Nah.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I only played 6.
Was
9?
that like the last main Final Fantasy game that you played?
Yeah.
Shit.
Wow.
I beat 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Whoa.
Impressive.
I've beaten none of them. I've never beaten.
Yeah, same
Final
here.
I
Fantasy.
beat 6. But yeah, I never played any of the others really. I played them for a bit, but I was always like,
Yeah.
I just sort of.
Gunblades. These are lame.
What? The gunplay was awesome. I liked that there was like something to do in combat.
Yeah.
Which was a big revolution at the time. Like, usually, you just sit there and wait for your turn, but now you actually have to press another button sometimes with one character. What else did they show off? So you've got a list here.
Yep. These are the things that interested me.
The Death Stranding trailer.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? You didn't see it, Nick.
I didn't.
So
but here's the thing. I've seen the other ones, so I know
This
I
is
don't
an
need to see
8-minute
it.
trailer.
Yeah.
This is an
8-minute
8-minute
trailer.
trailer, and you walk out of it going, I still don't know what that
I
game
feel like
is.
I know less. I feel like I thought before I saw that trailer, I was like, I had a pretty good idea. All right, so There's a guy who's like the future version of a postie who goes around and delivers like medicine or something, and there's spooky shit that he has to dodge, right?
You ever seen Kevin Costner as the postman?
No, but
There you go. That's it.
but I just imagine that's what the game was, but with some shenanigans involved, with like military stuff.
Yep. You got to dodge electric spears.
Yeah. And then they show the new,
What's the point of an electric spear?
It's electric.
and then they show the new one, and I'm like, the new trailer. I'm like, they showed off way more, and now I don't know anything about the game. I thought I knew what the game was. It kind of was starting to make sense, but now I just see him pull out a 20-foot ladder and just like start climbing up rocks.
It seems like a lot of the gameplay, like the actual gameplay, was like terrain, like
A walking simulator.
yeah, it was like a walking
I think he's
simulator.
actually
You're just
making a
like
walking
traversing
simulator.
around terrain
He's
and like
basically
going
making
across
Dear Esther.
cabins. In a way, but like you gotta put a ladder down to like climb up a thing. You gotta make a bridge and stuff. And he just seemed to be walking.
Okay, so it's a safety walking.
Safety first.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw
but
guns,
then, but then like as he's walking along, some like military-ish people show up and start chucking electric spears at him, and then he bashes a dude with one of the cases that he's carrying. And then they all run off because it starts raining, and that seems to be when the spirit monsters come out or something.
Yeah. People
Why?
still think that's actually still the Silent Hill game, and he's just on a big cruise with everyone. They're going to announce it actually
Yeah.
Silent Hill Death Stranding. And it's just some bonkers
Yep.
shit.
Dude, I'm so... This game, I'm going to buy it. This is going to be the first game I've ever bought that I cannot wait to play, and I know really nothing about what I'm in for.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Like, I
I'm
can't be
refusing
disappointed
to
because I
watch-
have, like, no expectation.
Oh, you definitely can be disappointed.
I'm refusing to watch any of it. See, I played the PT demo, like the thing he made just before this.
Yeah.
And the amount of retarded bullshit he put in that, like, you go to the menu
Yeah.
and you zoom in like you would in the game by pressing like the right stick to like, and you zoom into the menu and find a thing in the corner of the screen. And you're like, oh yeah, there's the other thing.
Oh, that's great.
You look for it in the menu, like what the fuck? And then the speaking into the microphone
Yep.
bullshit. I don't know what he's gonna pull with this new thing.
I mean, he's always been about doing weird stuff with
Yeah,
the console.
unplug the controller.
Yeah, yeah. Plug it into the other side every time it goes to the video screen, which pops up. Like, what are you?
Well, isn't there a boss in one of the
Psycho Mantis.
Yeah, Psycho Mantis.
that reads your memory card or something? Isn't that?
No, it reads your controls.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe he does read your.
There
memory.
was
There is-
there is
there's
definitely one that
reads
reads
your
your
memory
memory card and is like, I see you've been playing
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII.
I always thought a cool thing to do in a game would be to like have the game like it makes this real simple QB level, and then it searches your computer like for image files and just maps them onto everything. And if
Oh, no.
Nah, that's not. That's
so dangerous.
only gonna end badly.
and then if it's like if you destroy this wall or if the wall gets destroyed, it's like it corrupts that image on your computer, and it's like you have to beat
This
the
is
boss.
worse.
You have to beat the boss to return your images back to normal.
It disturbs me that you work in game development.
You're gonna be like, yeah, if you use this weapon,
Dude, if I was
corrupts
if
your
I was
hard
a
drive.
director of a game,
Never make him a director of a game.
yeah, holy crap. Was it
on
was
the,
it
on the topic
Kojima?
of cyber crimes?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
Cyberpunk.
What do you got, man?
Keanu Reeves.
I forgot. You sent me a.
Did you read that
thing?
article?
No, I forgot.
Okay.
And I just remembered now.
Explain.
It's best you don't read that
Yeah.
article.
Is it a bummer?
You sent him an article to not
Well, the
read.
title is like
What?
the title of it. Well, because Savern could see that I'm excited about this, and he was like, I gotta throw a wet blanket on here.
Yeah.
but like the title of it was like not great gunplay or something.
Yeah,
like
something like that.
uninspired gunplay or something like that. And
It was a rock paper shotgun article, and it was going around. And well, I was reading it,
Yeah.
and it sounded okay. They were talking about the game.
yeah,
And
I
then-
skimmed it, and it seemed to like he was just describing what like the world was. Like it was more ruined than in the
Yeah.
last demo or something.
The reason I say don't read it is
Yeah.
because the last half of that thing was just trash.
Oh,
and
man.
you probably didn't
Yeah.
need to read it.
In what way?
They don't talk about the game anymore. The guy seems like he was hung up on a certain thing,
Okay. Yeah, that can happen.
and it kind of deviate like the actual
It stops
article
being
about
about
the game.
and starts
yeah.
being about this dude's like home life or whatever.
No, this thing that he's just hung up on.
Mm.
He was
which
talking
is very
about
personal.
uninspired. Oh man, what was it? Stereotypes or something. He
Yeah.
said that they were. Yeah,
Yeah, just that kind of thing.
yeah.
And whatever that is now.
Like
But-
a gangster.
We
I
done
saw a
this?
gangster in
Dude,
that
tell
trailer.
me what you think about this. What they showed.
Dude, man, I'm gonna get it.
Mm.
So like,
It doesn't matter.
it kind of doesn't matter because so far it's looking great. It's nothing that's been like, oh my god, this is like the greatest thing.
Mm.
This isn't like how I felt about No Man's Sky when that first came out. And I was
Mm.
like, oh my god, this is gonna be the game to end all games. I'm just like, this is gonna be a good role playing game. I'm enjoying everything that I've seen. And bloody Keanu Reeves just shows up in it. Like, god damn,
Here's my question. Why?
why not?
Do you think
Because
it could be like a call for help?
Dude, he probably plays games. Like, what do you think celebrities do all day?
He didn't
Play games,
seem
man.
like he played games. Like he came out on
Nah.
stage and definitely didn't seem to know anything about Cyberpunk.
Dude, he was he was stoked to be there. Like I
That's
like
just him doing it. He's doing a good job as a presenter.
Yeah.
but he
because
doesn't know anything
you get
about
other
Cyberpunk.
celebrities that come to like video game things and they're just like,
Oh,
what's
I know.
What's
Dude,
a
I
video
feel like
game?
if they just said, dude, we're announcing a new ham sandwich. If you want to come and just show that off for us.
sandwich.
Yeah.
It's going
I got to announce this thing.
I did like how
deeply immersive bread.
I did like all he really did was just say one word constantly.
Cyberpunk.
Like, yeah, he like CD Project Red, and everyone's like, Cyberpunk,
Like,
look at this, ah!
See, like, the whole CD project, I know a guy who works on Cyberpunk. He
Yeah.
does, like, vehicle stuff. And I'm always like, why is it still CD Project Red? It seems like such a weird name.
CD Project.
Yeah. I think that was, like, the name of the company back when they were literally,
I think
like...
it should be SSD Project Red.
I think that was when they were, like, I can't remember what they first did. Were they, like, ported games?
I
or,
think
like,
I think they were porting
something-
games, and I
something
think
like that.
the reason the red is there is because there were multiple CD projects. I think
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
CD Project Blue, and
Is it really?
I think that was the thing.
Oh.
Hence the red at the end. It was just like
Right.
the different studios had
Yeah.
different colors.
Yeah.
But that trailer, it didn't actually show any like
Was it-
gameplay. It
that
was just
wasn't-
like
Was
all
that actually... That
cinematic.
was CG, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a cinematic.
Yeah.
I figured. But I'm going to get it just because it's got a character creator.
I like
Just see how good that character
I'm
creator.
big on any game that lets me make my own characters.
Yep.
That's half.
Mm.
Dude, if you see me play Dark Souls, most of the time it's like,
You hitting
Uh,
that thing that randomizes?
no. I just like, I'm just like, all right, I'm making a blue guy.
Yeah.
oh man, dude, Dark Souls is like their character creator is the least important thing in that whole game.
Dude,
Like, I'm
so many
surprised you've
people,
spent any
so many
time.
people play that game like a fashion simulator where they're just like,
That's so
they
bizarre.
dress up. They
Because
just
your
make-
character's covered the entire time.
Almost every single game with a character creator, that's true for.
Yeah,
Like any MMO,
yeah.
The Sims almost like because eventually your sim grows old and dies now. So who
Yep.
cares what your sim looks like? They're gonna be a corpse.
I thought they were gonna like when Fallout 4 came out. I thought they were gonna do something really crazy with the character creator because you start off, you've got the mother and father, and I thought because you're customizing them, I thought your character was then gonna be like the child of those two, so it would take the things that
Is that not the case?
No.
I haven't played.
you just play as one of them, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought was happening.
Yeah, and
I
your
was like,
child doesn't look anything like you.
I would have. If they had done like a genetic split thing, I would have
Yeah.
tried to make them as opposite as possible.
Yes, and see what they come up
Like,
with.
this guy's real pointy.
right.
This girl's real round.
All right, we got Shrek and Misty
Opposites
from
attract. Yeah, I thought that was like, wow, this would be an amazing, like, interesting way of doing a character creator. It's like you
Very
model your parents.
tedious though if you're trying to get a specific thing. You're like,
'Cause the thing is,
dude,
I
I think I
mo-
need to max out the eyebrows on Dad.
Yeah,
Nah,
But if-
fuck.
if they did
Reload.
it- If they actually use like real the way real genetics works, you still wouldn't get what you want because
No.
half the time it's just half of one, half the other, and you don't get to choose what half.
Yeah,
Sometimes it looks like neither, and it's just like, you look like your fucking
great grandfather.
Recessives. Sorry.
Yeah.
So one thing I do want to say about Keanu Reeves just appearing in games, I feel like every time there's a game where there is a notable celebrity, it makes the game worse.
Death Stranding has multiple.
Normally,
But
Celebrities.
they're actors. Though.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
arguably so is Keanu Reeves. The problem is that it pulls me out of the game world.
Yeah.
because I'm playing this game with all these,
Yep.
created people, and then all of a sudden there's Keanu Reeves, and I go, oh, okay.
What if his name in the game was Keanu Reeves though?
It's not.
Because
That
there is
doesn't
this
help at
there
all.
is this
What is-
meme.
what is your
There is
question?
this meme that he's like an immortal person because like there's like Victorian art that looks similar to him.
Yeah, but none of those paintings are paintings of quote unquote Keanu Reeves.
How do you know?
Because I'm pretty sure art historians.
Dude, he's
are
the
who
hero
they're
of time.
Yeah.
If
That's a good point, man. How do you know, Nick?
Okay, you're right. I don't know. I don't know that wasn't Keanu Reeves.
See, I could look at Keanu, but if I hear Nolan North voice a character in a game,
yeah.
that's what takes
I
me.
mean,
out of it.
Oh, shit.
He
As soon as
voices
I hear
every
one of
character
those-
in a game though.
As soon as I hear one of those staple game voice actors, that's when I get taken out of it because I immediately just hear like the guy doing this with the like I'm in the game and as soon as the dude speaks, I just picture this guy like with this microphone in front of him going, "Whoa, dude!"
That-
And it's just like
I'm really like that is every game.
Yeah, it's
that
every
is
game.
every single game.
There's no other way to record
Like I
someone.
don't know.
well, no.
There has to be a
no.
microphone
He's talking
there.
about the Nolan North.
I'm talking about those same.
Specifically Nolan North.
I'm talking about those
Yeah.
specific
Those
game
staple
voice actors.
actors.
But Nolan
They
North
just
does
appear in
like
everything, and I always hear him.
Nolan North does so many characters.
Yeah, and I can always hear him.
He's
And it-
Joel, isn't he? From
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
sounds the same. Like I
can't play.
Oh, no,
Left 4
wait.
Dead,
Is he?
Last for Us.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, he is, and I heard
Last
that.
for us.
Last for Us. can't play Last
Yeah.
for Us.
Every time I hear him or any of those other voice actors, I immediately go, "Oh."
Dude, I kind of get what you're saying because there's a podcast I listen to called Critical Role that has a lot of voice actors, and they just like they're playing D&D, but you get so used to their voice that when you then hear them in other things, you're like, oh, that's Matt Mercer. He's like,
The biggest one is this guy who he's got this real gruff voice, and I never remember his name, but he was
Troy something, right?
Troy Baker?
Troy Baker.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he-
no, no,
he's
no,
the
no,
other
no, no,
he's
no.
the other big guy.
He's
isn't he?
another big guy, but there's another one. There's another guy who did like the main character for like Bulletstorm or some shit.
Oh shit. Oh.
The same.
Wait a minute. You mean
he's got this real like voice.
you know
like,
about Bender from Futurama?
Joe DiMaggio
Yeah.
No.
'Cause he's
no,
everywhere.
No, no. Yeah,
or John
no.
DiMaggio.
He's all right, but like this other guy, what the fuck is his name?
Luke Skywalker. That guy.
No.
No?
Luke Skywalker?
I gotta find
He's
this
a
guy.
voice artist.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yes.
I gotta
voice
find
actor.
this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
because he
Voice
annoys
artist.
the
He's the
fuck
voice of
out of me.
Chucky.
He's
Every
the voice
time-
of...
Chucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like this voice actor I'm talking about. He's like every NPC in all the Batman games. He's just he turns up as mercenary guy
Yeah.
in like
Oh,
all
man, I
these
don't
fucking
know.
games. Like Call of Duty, he's probably 14 Marines.
The guy who plays the Colonel in all of the Metal Gear Solid games, I always hear his voice in different games, and I recognize it because that guy only does one voice.
Who does
What-
Fry in
just to,
Future?
just to jump back to
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, because believe it or not, this is a video game
Okay.
podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about E3 still.
Yeah.
Steve Blum is
Okay.
who I'm talking about.
Okay.
You look up that guy's voice after this, and you'll know what I mean. You've probably heard him 12,000 times.
So why can't they do facial expressions in Cyberpunk? Have you noticed that? Everyone's facial expressions were bad.
In the cinematic
Really?
trailer?
Yeah, in the
You think?
cinematic trailer, they're all bad.
Shit.
Well, that's
I
just
didn't notice. I thought they looked pretty good.
Nah, they're bad.
What are you comparing it to?
Humans. Human beings.
I say Zelda.
What?
Breath of the
weren't,
Wild.
weren't they straight up facial capturing all that?
I
there?
think it was.
Well, then they were facial capturing people who had a lot of plastic surgery.
I mean, they have.
They
It's-
were-
Oh, yeah. That's the thing about
only
Cyberpunk.
argument I can think
That's
of
accurate.
is all of the surgery they've had has
I-
killed their nerves.
I don't know, man. I think if you see The Witcher, you're
Well,
like,
I mean,
wow,
they got like
Cyberpunk
those
is definitely...
hexagons and shit cut in their face. Maybe they just can't move that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
only
And Botox.
the only
Yeah.
defense I can think of for that because they looked dead in the eyes. Let's talk about Xbox console streaming cloud. Blake,
Oh, yeah. It was... I thought that was interesting. but I guess they
Explain what it is, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
So, on the I think it's Xbox One, you can now just stream games like what's that Google thing? Stevia. Stevia. What's it called?
It's stevia.
Stavia.
Stadia. Yeah. So it's
Google
like that. It's just
Stadia.
like cloud streaming of video games. So you
Okay.
just like.
That's never. There have been so many companies that have tried that, and it's always been bad.
But I think it's like
On live,
kind of a
do you
cool
remember
thing.
that one?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a cool thing that like Xbox themselves are like doing it.
But are they doing it well?
I don't know.
I think wasn't there a thing through the console?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so your thing acts as a hub, your console, and then you just stream that to your devices, which I thought was cool. Is that the service?
So is that basically the Wii U?
Yeah, that's what you're describing as the Wii U.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry, a lot of consoles do
The
that
Xboxes too.
nowadays.
No, they're streaming from like the cloud. They're like
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I didn't know this.
Yeah. So the idea, I guess, is that like you can run something off the cloud that is technically like higher spec than the console itself.
This is what they were promising when they first announced the Xbox One.
Well, they're
this was
doing it now.
This was like 5-6 years ago. They were like,
Yeah.
you look at all these crazy asteroids in the background. Those are all processed by the cloud or whatever. And
Yeah.
and then nothing ever happened with it. And now
They're saving
you're saying that they're going to do it.
Yeah.
5 years into the
They
console.
realized they were going to just
Well,
blow
I-
their load too
I
early.
imagine-
They're going to have an Xbox too, you know? They got to have...
Yeah,
I don't
Juice.
think the current theory.
with the Kinect gone.
The power of Kinect. They're unstoppable.
the theory behind the current Xbox generation thing is every year they're going to just slightly update it, and they're never going to have another like new generation. Quote unquote. It's just going to be they're basically adapting.
Well,
the
is
PC
the
model
is the
with incremental
Xbox just going to become a streaming
That
device
sounds like
then?
the phone model.
upgrades. Maybe. But
But then they're coming out with a new console because they announced this Project Scarlet.
I always thought
Did
it'd
you
be
see that,
interesting
Sav?
to...
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it wasn't that the trailer itself wasn't that interesting. It's just the fact that they're announcing that hey, they're working on a new console is kind of cool.
I mean, I think they're going to do that literally every year now.
I
Say
don't
that they
think
new console
Oh,
every
no.
year.
Or maybe every 2 years. They're going to be like,
Yeah.
Project Vaz. It's got a frame rates of up to 200.
Yeah.
And it looks better. And it's small. And then Project Tissue Box. It's just like, whatever.
Man,
It's just gonna-
don't get you to name projects.
Hey, you know what? No one would guess what Project Tissue Box is actually about. That is a perfect project name for
it's a
keeping
porn
it secret.
streaming.
Is Scarlet any better? Really?
It sounds like a thing. Tissue box sounds kind of sketchy.
Hey, man. Wait until you try Project Tissue Box. It's awesome.
Wait till you try it.
Yeah.
And they have different, like, within the tissue box development, they've got, like, crumpled,
Yep.
and, like, matted down.
We got
and-
the- we got-
Eucalyptus scent.
We got the double play team over here.
Aloe Soft. Watch Dogs 3, Hacker Granny.
Oh man, that hacker granny. Did you? What did you think of this Watch Dogs?
I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't see the whole thing.
Okay.
But apparently you can control your recruiting NPCs.
Yeah, it seems like you yourself.
You can jump into different NPCs. Or something.
Yeah, it seems like you yourself don't have like a main character. You just sort of.
You're hacking the people.
Yeah, you're just embodying all these different people, bit like
Mario.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, okay.
Three different
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
You know? Now you've got
Okay.
multiple different people,
Oh, wow.
including a hacker granny.
3 is also multiple.
More than 3.
Man.
I don't want to put a number on it because I don't know.
Up
A
to
dozen.
7 different.
More than 3. More than
Damn,
3.
I always wanted to play a game where you could just be that guy who just like talks to himself on the train. He just goes, and you just walk up and down. That's your mission. You just walk up and down the train cars,
With this,
talking to yourself.
with that
Why?
demo,
What are you doing?
I don't know, man. It seems like they're letting you do that.
you're
Finally.
spoiling Project Tissue Box. This is so not.
You have to clear out the cars, the train cars.
Yeah.
So you have to be awkward and weird to make people
If
leave.
anyone gets on, it turns into like a Mario Party
Yeah.
game. We're like, oh fuck, no, someone got on the train. Quickly get up that
You
and
have to-
spew.
You have to try and get rid of them without being like actually confrontational, just like sitting way too close to them or like
Just wet
Yeah, I
yourself.
can imagine a game like that. I can imagine a game like that where you can control like almost any character. It'll just turn into meta games within games, where someone's just going to make a game out of like trying to shoot all the pigeons. I don't know. I'm going to go to this particular park bench where this old guy in the game is and just kill all the ducks. I'm going to do that every day.
I mean,
Let's just see if it affects
that also
his
just sounds like
character.
a Skyrim. Like you can just do crazy shit like that and
Move all of the watermelons off into this one store.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a game I had always wanted when I was a child, which was where you were a ghost and you could possess anybody and play as that person.
Yeah.
And
There's been games that have approached that,
Yeah,
like that
they-
driver game where you just ghosted into other cars.
oh yeah, that was a thing. Why was that a thing?
I think
That's
that was like a
actually neat.
really cool like mechanic, but they tried to invent a story behind it.
Yeah.
That just like made it too weird. Like you're in a coma, but you're in a
Why
coma and you're
cars?
having an out of body experience.
Why constantly into other cars?
Yeah. Only
You
into
could- if you
people
had
in
that
cars.
ability.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
So what you've got this on your list?
Yep.
Why?
Because, dude, it looked. I haven't played any of the Watch Dogs, but I
seemed
might
like
play
it
this
was-
one. This one, like, I like the idea that you don't have a main character. You're just controlling all these different people, and when they die, they're done. They're not rezzing. They're not coming back. They're
mean-
done, and the story like is supposed to like change around that.
so is there some big, like, I'm assuming there's some evil corporation dude you got to take down?
Probably
it's
it's
Just
set
hack him.
in a
so people are
post
bullets.
Brexit world, and it's gone into like some
Post-Brexit.
weird post
Shit,
Brexit
are we,
England.
is this a thing?
Yep. And it's like it's gone into like this weird police state where there's like drones and stuff like all over the place. There's like cops that are just beating people up for no reason. Like, and you're sticking it to the man. You're bringing down you're hacking the
So you're just using people as bullets to just possess Granny. Send her at the guy. No,
kind of
didn't
how
work.
I wouldn't.
Alright,
I mean, the
send
granny.
Why don't you just
Didn't
hack
work.
the guy?
What the
main
yeah,
guy?
just
The
hack
main
the main
guy?
guy and make him hit the off button on his computer or
I don't
whatever.
know, maybe you can.
Just
Maybe
you
that's
can hack
yeah.
the planet, maybe.
Hack the planet. Yeah.
You've also Gods and Monsters Breath of the Wild is also on your list.
So I don't know too much about that because I couldn't find any like actual gameplay. It was just their release trailer. But it looks quite interesting. It has like a Zelda-ish vibe, but it's like set in ancient Greece.
Ooh.
And
When
it
you say Zelda-ish.
yeah,
you mean?
I don't know. It just looks sort of. It has that Breath of the Wild look where it's like someone standing out over this huge, like expansive, like rolling plains and mountains and ruins and stuff like that.
So an open world.
Open world.
Well, see, Zelda only really became that with that one game.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's
why I
why-
think he specified Breath of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Wild.
Right, right.
And I did hear a little bit about it where it's gonna have a narrator that's gonna be like
I don't know about
narrating stuff as you go.
that.
So
Oh, see, that's
He
an
stood there for 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
Nah, dude, that's
I think it's gonna be a thing like that.
Me. I can't stand. I see. I like.
but
when-
like it didn't like I'm just going off like what was just shown in that trailer. And I was like, this is a game I might like keep an eye on.
Dark Crystal game. That was at the Nintendo thing, right?
Yeah,
like an XCOM looking thing, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
It
yeah.
looks like a turn-based tactics game.
it has a claymation look. What do you think of that?
Well, that was an actual good claymation look.
I'm with you. Yep. I don't even know.
Oh, you
how
don't like it,
looks.
Nick? Oh, we switched sides now.
Oh, I didn't care about that game at all. I had no connection.
I
with
just
that game
like
whatsoever.
Dark Crystal, man.
I've never seen it.
Although the name
never
is a
seen
little
it.
bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Never seen
we
it.
got to watch it at work.
I've never seen it, but I know about it.
Oh, it's good, man. I saw it recently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
maybe
still
two
holds
months
up.
ago.
I haven't seen it for probably like 15 years.
I'd
Does it
say it
stand
holds up.
Yeah, well.
Because Princess Bride and everyone loves Princess Bride.
You think that doesn't stand up?
Yeah, no, not at all.
No, I just
Okay,
watched that.
That movie sucks.
I just watched that recently, like 10 years ago, and it was good.
10 years ago.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
recently.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I think
Watch it
it's-
again. You'll be like, okay, this isn't as good as I remember it.
What didn't you like? I don't know. What do you mean?
It's just it just doesn't hold up. It's like
In
kind of
what way?
boring.
You don't like Billy Crystal's makeup?
It's fine. It's not the best makeup I've ever seen. Like what? What? It seems fine. All of the characters are fine.
Yeah.
It's a fine movie. It's like a 6 out of 10.
All right.
6 out of 10, pretty
Wow. I mean, that's a classics, but
Watch it again. You'll,
All right,
I will.
let's do
All right,
slightly.
what we
What's
should
the
do?
best?
What we should do at work? We should watch Dark Crystal and then Princess Bride, and then see if they hold up. See which one holds up better.
Well, I have no frame of reference for Dark Crystal, so I will
you
at
watched-
least see if it's a good movie.
Have you seen Labyrinth?
Maybe I saw one. Which is the one where there's like two people and there's a riddle and one of them can only say the right
Labyrinth.
thing.
Yep.
Okay, I saw that one.
Yep, I think that one's.
They
better
came
than
out
Dark
around the
Crystal.
same time and are basically the same movie in my head.
Well, Dark Crystal came out first, and it didn't do well, and they figured I think it was because there weren't any humans in it. So then in his next movie, Labyrinth, they had humans as the main
They put
characters.
David Bowie in there.
Yeah, they put David Bowie in there. It was going to be Michael Jackson, I heard.
But he was busy doing The Wiz.
Yeah, probably.
Is that
He's making that movie Moonwalker.
You mean Moonraker?
No, Moonwalker. He has a movie called Moonwalker.
I don't know if I want to.
Dude, he's a transformer in
I
that.
don't know if I want
Yes!
to see. I don't know if I want to see Michael Jackson's Labyrinth. It doesn't-
It's been a different movie.
You're a little old to see his Labyrinth, I think. Zelda Link's Awakening is on this list. Why?
Oh, because you guys, I thought it looked cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. 'Cause this is the first thing you said. Wow. Okay. All right. Tell me why.
Look, I just have a very high bar for that particular game because I played it so fucking much and I really, really
Yeah.
love it.
Well,
So like that to me, it seemed like it was kind of like, yeah, we don't care that much.
I'm interested that
we're making it, but we don't care that much.
You-
That's the vibe I got from Nintendo. I kind of it seemed like they got, yeah, we got this thing.
how much of that game did you actually see? Because they did gameplay, and it looks they have done justice to every asset. in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
get the gameplay part, but I can't get past the visuals.
Like, okay, so they've got the crane game.
I'm a visuals guy. Like, I don't know, man. I was expecting the remake to be different, where it seems like they just went straight up. Like, hey, the Game Boy, he had like dots for eyes, so he's got dots for eyes. I'm like, no, it's the Game Boy had.
do you think they thought because they've made Woolly World and Epic Yarn? Do you think they
Yeah.
were like, what other material can we make a game out
and
of?
back then, when those came out, I was deep down, so please don't ever do this for Zelda. Please don't ever do this for Zelda. Don't do this shit for Zelda. It's fine for them.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
What material would have been okay for Zelda?
Oh, you mean like in terms of? I get you.
Like wool, fabric, linen, Link's linen adventure.
Maybe I don't know. If it
Pillow
actually
Hyrule?
looked like looked like toys rather
Yeah.
than what it looks like now. Like if it had that early 90s
so it's
plastic transformer toy.
you don't
movie
like
toy,
that it looks like toys, but if
Well,
it looked more like
they-
toys, you'd be okay with it.
different toys. not those like little
You don't like that it looks like toddlers' toys.
Yeah,
like
toddlers'
toys for
toys.
tiny kids.
Yeah.
You want grown-up toys.
yeah, grown-up toys. Yeah,
You want Link's Awakening to look like
Well, I prefer if
like
it just looked
Transformers.
like
Warhammer figures.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I would have preferred if
That'd
it
be
just
cool.
kind of looked like Majora's Mask or something with like a weird eerie art style and just
Yeah.
looked nice, like textures, that had
Yeah.
painting. I don't like that it's just like everywhere that's sand is just the sand material,
Yep.
and like the green material and the brown rock material. I'm like, I don't like it. It's not my thing.
Yep.
I loved it. Excited.
Well, the thing. So the thing that I thought was that I've never played. The only Zelda game I played is Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
Very
Very different from every other Zelda game.
Yeah, I know.
This is
I know.
Much more.
I know that.
Link's Awakening is much more traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll get into it. Yeah. Since I've never
Oh,
played
I'm
it
gonna
before,
play it.
I'll
I'm gonna
give it a
play
go.
it. I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna play it. But a part of me is just gonna be like,
They also showed off, and then just a few days ago released Cadence of Hyrule,
What is that? Oh, that's the
rhythm.
yeah. Necrodancer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my wife and I were playing it. Real fun. Good time.
Man, if they have a shopkeeper,
They have a bunch of shopkeepers.
you played Tomb of Crypt of the Necrodancer, right?
I sure didn't.
Oh man, did you at least hear the shopkeepers solo?
No.
Oh man, that's like the best part. I never played that game, but I listened to the
I don't
listened
know
to the
what you're talking about
soundtrack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really? Oh man,
Blake, are you having Blake, are you
what's
having a
happening?
meltdown?
yes.
Are you okay?
Dude, it's so
Someone
good.
fan Blake.
After this podcast, we're gonna listen to the Shopkeeper's like solo of
Okay.
Crypt of the Necrodance. It's bloody amazing.
I'm gonna quickly jump to a question.
Yep, jump away.
This is from Wolf Rob, at Wolf Rob on Twitter. What was that horrible song on Spotify again? I needed to haunt my coworkers. That was Andreas Schall's Guardian Angel. It's the worst song on Spotify and possibly the world.
Shall we
Back to E3.
link it in one of the social medias?
In
In LinkedIn?
is it going to be a Link's Awakening?
No.
Oh,
It'll be. I'll post it and be like Nick's favorite song.
please don't.
All right, well.
We've also got some questions from regular writer and fan Vavan, not intentionally rhyming, who said that Reeves' surprise appearance was awesome and he was so damn lovable on stage, easily the most unexpected awesome part of E3.
Yeah, I agree. Unexpected Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
Unexpected, awesome. It's pretty great.
Banjo-Kazooie, though.
Probably my most favorite celebrity appearance at any E3. I can't think of another.
I've got a special soft
You
spot.
like when Pele showed up on
Nah,
a few years back?
when Jessica Alba announced Dark Souls 2. That was a special one.
I don't remember that. Holy
shit.
shit. That's random.
It was fucking random. It was like, hi, I'm Jessica Alba. Here's Dark Souls 2.
Do you all like video games?
It's like, what the fuck?
holy crap.
Severn,
That's epic.
favorite part of E3? Or is there anything that you
Um,
specifically wanted to talk about?
The game that stood out for me, you know, I was bummed that PlayStation had no showing.
Yeah.
I've been searching. I don't know what's happening with them.
Oh,
And-
man. Yeah.
Yeah, you got something?
Yeah.
I was hoping some Last of Us news, some Ghost of Tsushima, some anything. But they've been quiet.
I really thought there was going to be Last of Us this year.
Where's me?
Because it's coming out like beginning of next year, I think. Like real. It's not
Is
that
it?
far away.
They're probably
they
just
announced it?
saving everything.
I think
for
they did.
bigger show next year. But the problem is, it seems like Xbox is too. So,
Mm. Yeah, because they just said Project Scarlet.
yeah. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of that Xbox shit. But I'm just assuming it was a really nicely slick edited video of like
Very
10
slick.
minutes of just like random people that work on the Xbox project. Like, we're really pushing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was. And it was like intercut with like
And like those like
Nailed it.
Nvidia like Facebook posts of like just like a circuit board that's
Yeah.
Yes. There was a lot of circuit
Nice
boards.
lighting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
People screwing in stuff into circuit boards.
Yep.
Like, yep.
Heat sinks going onto things.
Yep. Yep.
Shit. The game that stood out for me though, the one that I'm excited for is Control.
Oh yeah,
a
dude.
Remedy game.
Oh,
Dude.
yes, I
And-
forgot.
This guy's
yeah.
my fucking guy.
Dane.
I was talking about Max Payne before we got in here.
Yeah. But shit, they won me over with that last game. I forgot what it was called. Time traveling.
Yeah.
Quantic.
Yeah, Quantum Break.
I
That's
never
fun.
actually played that. I bought
Good.
an Xbox One to play that, and I never played it.
It's good.
I bought the Xbox One. I'm like, oh, that game's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to play it. And that came out on PC, and I was like, oh, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna play it.
Why'd I
I'll
get-
play on a better thing.
Why'd I get? And then I didn't play it on PC anyway. So I had this Xbox One just sitting at my house, and
Yep.
it never got used. I played
Wow.
it for like 3 hours.
Come on, man.
I played it for 3 hours. It was like the one with the fancy controller with the flippy dippy things in the back.
Flippy
The
dippies?
Pro controller.
Yeah, the paddles or whatever.
Yep.
I just took that to my computer and went, fuck you, Xbox. Stay over there.
Man.
So it was a $600 controller. basically.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's still sitting in my mum's garage.
What?
Mint.
Give me that.
Mint condition Xbox One.
So what's the deal with Control? Because I sort of forgot about that.
I think you're a female protagonist. There's this shady corporation, it looks like, inside of a building. Very bizarre, Doctor Who-ish, horror, twisted. I don't know what's happening inside of this building.
Mhm.
There were elements of, I think, was it Inside? Do you remember Inside? The guys
Ye-
who made
yeah.
Limbo?
Yeah, yeah.
Just how it
Oh,
was like really twisted?
Yeah.
I was picturing Inside Out, the
No,
Pixar
the
movie.
Pixar thing? No. But like just floating people.
Yeah.
Just really bizarre paranormal shit happening.
Yeah. Oh man.
You've got this
Yeah.
gun that can shapeshift, and that's all I know about it. But
Yeah.
it's
The only thing I sort of heard about that was that I saw a clip from a dev saying that they took a lot of inspiration from like the X-Files and the SCP,
I don't know.
which is like this.
Shit.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like this.
What is it?
It's fanfic about storing things.
Yeah.
That's it's
Like-
exactly what it is.
Like a pair of
SCP?
3D glasses.
Oh,
It's like there's a special worm that if you take it out of this box, it'll blow your brain up,
Yeah.
and that's why we have to keep it in a special room.
Yeah. Supposed
There's-
like leak documents of like anomalies like the CIA has. Like,
cool.
we just have this room with a jar in it. We can't go in this room.
And everyone has. Yeah.
oh shit.
We don't even remember what's in the jar anymore. We can't go in there.
Some of
Like
like
shit. Like,
But it's
Maybe
all-
that's what the jar does. It makes you forget what's in the jar.
But it's all like this open like source thing, so just anyone can sort of like add their own like.
Yeah, 99% of it is
thing.
terrible.
Yeah, a
and
lot-
then
a lot
there's,
of
like
it is
1%
terrible.
that it's fine.
There's
And then
if
for
you
some
go on
reason
if you
people
go on
love it.
YouTube and search like best of like there's some really really cool stuff. Like some people like pretty creative with some of the things.
but yeah, Control is kind of like Max Payne devs who are like awesome at. I'm not really big on third person shooters, but I am with them. Like they do it good. I'm a big fan of Max Payne 2, specifically Max Payne 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, Control is kind of like it's got like a Jedi Academy vibe. I don't know if you played those like Jedi Outcasts.
Oh,
Like
I
those early-
know. I never.
where
played
you
it,
could
no.
like force grip people. It was like made on the Quake engine. It was really whippy, so it controlled like a shooter. But you like grab people and threw them, and then threw your lightsaber through them, and like so it was very like you could then just switch to first person and just shoot people while like
You had a lot
pushing
of
them and pulling
control.
them. Yeah, you had a lot of control. But that game reminded me of that.
I get it.
You kind of just like this chick floating around, like shooting and pulling things, and
Yeah.
you know, shooting boxes at some guy, and I don't know. I'm all a fan of games that just let you control well.
So you know, did they say much about like what the actual like story is like?
No, and I don't care either. I've seen
Yeah.
enough of it.
You've seen
Yeah.
enough. That's you're sold.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just twisted.
Yep.
Like I don't know how to describe it. It's just weird paranormal stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
just a sucker for like shit, like just throwing boxes at dudes and munching them ragdoll. Like I used to play the old Hitmans
Yeah.
and put the like the nail gun cheat on, and you just shoot them in the head, and they'd fly as fast as possible to the whatever's behind them, and
Yep.
just stick to it with their head. And you know, I could play any game that just does dumb stuff like that. So if it's got physics and boxes, I'll be
Yep.
like, oh yeah, I'm sorted.
Man, there's
That's a very simple. You can just do a bunch of cubes in a room.
If it
Minecraft-
felt awesome to play, yeah.
if
I'll
Minecraft had physics, man, that'd be your game.
There was I've
Maybe.
talked about this guy in the past. There was a guy when I was working as a games journalist, and we had like some game developers as part of like an incubator essentially. There was this one dude from his developer studio name was Cryptic Sea,
Mhm.
and he made almost all of his games involved physics to some degree, and one of them was like a shooter, except everything was made out of voxels, and everything was destructible,
Oh,
and it was
God.
all physics enabled.
Whoa.
And so you would shoot a wall, and it would blow a hole in the wall, and all these voxels would
Yep.
fly out
And then-
go bouncing
and then
in all directions.
Your PC would run at one frame for like 2 minutes
Oh,
until it all
none of
settled.
it was textured, so it was fine.
I think is that the guy that made the physics Tetris?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, actually, I'm not. He did make a physics block puzzle game. I don't remember if it was Tetris.
Oh,
Physics
okay.
Tetris sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. He also made I'm sure I talked about this a physics-based hockey first-person game where you use your mouse as the stick.
Oh
Like,
man.
you're like wiggling back and forth.
I'm never sure
So
about
fun.
games like that. Like what was that game I was playing recently where you're like medieval?
Shit, Kingdom Come.
Yeah,
Deliverance.
Kingdom Come. Yeah, where you used your
okay.
mouse to swing the sword, like you dragged your mouse around,
Mm.
and it was like kind of cool. But I never really got like actually
Early
used to
Elder
that.
Scrolls game.
Yeah?
I used that. Yeah, like
man.
that was an option in Morrowind. I think Morrowind might have been one of the first ones where you didn't
Yeah.
have to do that.
I mean, GoldenEye, you can just control your
Slappers?
your gun just like wildly without.
Oh yeah, by using the
Yeah,
by
you
using
can
the
just
C
shoot
buttons.
all over the
Yeah,
place.
Yeah. Yeah, just
without
wiggle
actually
around.
moving your head.
I
you
feel
just-
like a combination of somewhere what GoldenEye did and now there's a good first person.
Yeah.
It's that kind of weird Wii vibe where you
yeah, it is. If that was on a Wii,
They did remake it for the Wii.
did they?
I'm pretty sure.
is
Seems
that
like it
not the
would've been
best game
perfect.
ever?
It was not good
Oh,
because
damn.
they were like when they remade it, they're like, oh, we'll improve it, we'll do all this stuff, and it just made it way worse.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Yeah, they should have just made that game just karate chops only. That's all you had to do.
We had we played that at work for a little while, and we had some slappers only matches. There was a weird thing I noticed when we were playing that. When certain characters strafe, they would like signal with their arm, like which way they were going.
What?
It was really weird. It was like because
GoldenEye.
in first person you wouldn't see it, but like standing
no,
there,
they do. They
seeing
totally
them,
do.
they like would stick their hand out in like the direction that they were going when they're strafing.
I don't remember any of this.
Well, no, you'd never see that in like, you wouldn't see that in like single player.
I think you're making this up.
Oh,
No, I
this
think
is-
he's right. I remember some weird goofiness.
yeah, there's
there's
some
heaps of-
weird stuff with that game,
Of course,
but it was great. I loved it.
but I don't remember the air traffic control arms.
Yeah, well, neither did I, but I saw it at work, and we were like, "What is happening?
Mm.
Why is this character doing that?"
It's just trying to show you where to land.
Yeah.
We're pretty much out of time.
I think we got some.
We do have
other.
we've got a ton of questions here.
I think no, that we got ones that are just like E3 related.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of. All right. This is from Andrew. I was a little disappointed by the Avengers stuff. Really don't know why. Guess I just expected more. Cyberpunk 2077 has me hyped though.
Yeah. Do you remember the Avengers? Do you remember that Avengers thing, dude? They actually said nothing about that game. All they did was describe who the Avengers are.
Which game?
Is that Marvel
there's like
Ultimate
a-
Alliance?
Yeah, I saw that. Is that the one?
What?
Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3.
I don't remember what it was called.
Had all the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Undies
all
on the
of the
outside, guys.
All the super guys. And
Capes and
Supergirls.
shit. Yeah.
Jake is very excited for that one. Which
Yeah?
surprised me because of all of the games the Nintendo showing. I was like, that one looks boring.
Well, it also like if this is the one that I'm thinking of, it showed nothing of the actual game. It was just like the voice actors talking about like who Tony Stark is.
No, this is a different game.
Okay. One guy was like, Tony Stark, he puts on that mask. It's like a mask.
Yep.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's what he
Wow.
said.
Bethesda was there. It's your boys.
Or as I
Yeah.
call them, Beta Shed.
Ooh, shots fired.
Whoa.
Did they announce? Did you see anything?
I didn't.
They announced something for Fallout 76.
Yeah, apparently, I actually I
don't-
did see a clip where they are saying they're going to add a battle royale. So,
Okay. That'll fix that game.
yep,
That'll definitely fix that game.
Yep.
Blades battle royale. Now you can hold down the screen with 99 other players.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's nothing from Bethesda on my list, so I don't even really remember what they had.
I think the new Doom's going to be a fun game.
Oh yeah, that'll be cool.
But
I don't
it's
even.
kinda
I
hard to
don't think
scrub-
of that as Bethesda though.
Yeah,
even though-
no, it's not.
I heard that they renamed QuakeCon to DoomCon.
Whoa,
They really?
That
Wow.
was big.
Oh, see, that's
that is big.
that's not cool.
Not cool.
That's not cool. Quake deserve better than that.
Yeah, to be replaced by Doom.
Vavan said, I for one am so looking forward to imagining my Pokemon trainer is speaking in a Scottish accent to everyone. Pokemon Sword and Shield is where I will probably be getting a Switch. My partner is demanding that Jigglypuff be in the game, or she will have words.
I think the original are in the game.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure I saw in like a
There's been a lot of
presentation.
controversy about what is and isn't. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah.
Okay.
This
I just
is
assumed they were all in there.
Team
I
Rocket.
wouldn't.
Is
Yeah, and
is
Team Rocket are in there.
they're not a Pokemon.
Cool. What?
They're not a Pokemon.
Huh?
They're not a Pokemon. You can't catch them.
Oh shit! But is the Team Rocket crew there?
You can't catch them.
No, I'm not talking about the.
No, they're humans. You
It's
But is the
fucking-
can't
corporation?
even hurt them.
Is the corporation there? Rocket Corp.
I mean, they're probably an established corporation. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what their
Every game though
tax
has a
details are.
They have their bad guys.
yeah. Every game has a different bad guy in its
and
own.
it's always a team.
Yeah,
Not Rocket.
You got to work as a
No.
team to get anything done. Except it never
Yeah.
works for them.
never works.
It would be weird if one time like they succeeded in the world.
Wouldn't it be? It would be cool if there was one game where, like halfway through, you realize you're actually on the bad side.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
awesome.
you're actually
A
working on
Pokemon
the team,
Yeah.
That would be a
the bad
departure.
team, and then
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
oh no,
And then what do? You just turn it off?
yeah.
Oh,
There
there
was-
you go. That's the only way to win.
There was I can't remember what Pokemon one it was, but I started playing it. I only played like a couple hours of it, but the team in that were trying to stop Pokemon battles because they were like inhumane, but they were stopping Pokemon battles through Pokemon battles.
Yep. Yep. Pokemon games have always had the dumbest plot,
Yep.
but real fun battle system.
Yep.
I guess.
Yep.
Actually, the real reason I like those games is because of the world.
Are you
Cool.
gonna get this new Pokemon game?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we got.
You're not as are you not that? I mean, you're a big Pokemon Go guy, but like, is that just it? You just Pokemon Go?
I play. Okay.
Only?
I got all of the originals. Like I got all 151 original Pokemon
In Pokemon Go.
in Pokemon Red,
Oh, okay.
and then I played the heck out of Pokemon Gold.
Yep.
And Ruby.
Yep.
And Diamond.
Oh.
And then I skipped a bunch of generations, and I got one of the ones on 3DS, or maybe it was DS, and then
God damn, you were with it for a while.
yeah, there were a couple gaps in there, but no, I like Pokemon games. The problem is they get you so much of a Pokemon game is pressing A,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and
You get a sore thumb, right?
you get a sore mind.
I developed this technique where I'd lay my Game Boy flat and I'd do this with my hand.
Oh man.
Just
Yeah.
did that. For
Mhm.
ages.
But how many Game Boys did you go through?
So
Yeah,
yeah, but I see. I beat Pokemon Gold,
Yeah.
and by beat I mean I got every single freaking Pokemon in it.
Uh.
Had to, someone in school had to get a Game Shark off eBay.
Whoa,
This is early 2000s.
man.
But yeah, I beat that thing.
I only finished Red. I never finished any of the others.
did you
I-
get any of those?
The others I played through emulator. I couldn't.
Oh.
I didn't have like. I wasn't one of these rich people with their DSs.
I got burnt out so hard on that game. It cured me of Pokemania. I was done. As soon as I handed in the 251 to Professor Oak, it's
Yeah.
like that's it. I'm done.
Yeah.
It's all over.
That
Well,
was-
actually, I shouldn't have questioned your love of Pokemon because you know the Poker Rap.
Uh-huh.
Oh well,
So I
I
should.
don't even know why
don't
you
do
were
it.
like, do you even like?
Don't
Do
do
I
it.
still like Pokemon?
I don't know. You just didn't seem. I thought like I'm excited for the Pokemon game.
That's I was
But,
surprised. that
but
you were
my
so excited.
my excitement level seems higher than yours, and I'm
Yeah.
not used to that
I'm excited for that
for a
game.
Nintendo game. I mean,
I'm excited that I'm gonna. Hopefully that game has some co-op in it.
Yeah.
and I
Well,
can
it
play with
does.
my wife. Oh, perfect. And then that's gonna be awesome.
raids.
I'm looking forward to the because each Pokemon game is like supposedly set in a different like place now. I think the first bunch were all just different regions of Japan, and then they went to France.
Yep.
Oh.
I can't remember where another one is, but this one's in the UK, and I'm like, I'm still holding out for my Australia one. Want my kangaroo and my koala starters.
They already got like the what is it called? Kangas Khan.
Nah, that's not right.
It's like a weird rhino kangaroo.
Yeah.
Also, with like a weird Mongolian reference.
Yeah, I know.
Khan. Like Genghis Khan is the reference. Why for a kangaroo?
But Kangas, because it's like a kangaroo.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
My question is why.
I don't know. What else does
I don't know
kangaroo
either. That's why I'm
sound like?
asking.
What else does kangaroo sound like?
I don't know. Bangaroo.
Wow. You should work for Pokemon, invent Pokemon, like Trubbish.
Yep. That's about as good as mine will be. Oh,
Trubbish.
that's actually one of the reasons I've soured on Pokemon a little bit.
So they're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, you see Trubbish, you see the one that's an ice cream cone,
Yep.
and you go, okay. I
They're
get
just
it.
looking around the room
Dude,
now.
the bottom of the barrel's not even there anymore. They're just digging into the floor at this point.
They're like
No, they took the trash bag out of the barrel
Yeah.
and made it a Pokemon.
they're like you naming projects. Like this is Tissumon.
I mean, I was gonna say nose blow, but there is a Pokemon whose whole thing is that he's just got a big nose.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
He's called Probopass.
What?
Yeah,
that sounds like medication.
I know.
Probably was. Yeah, they're looking around the room. What do we got? Some nose medication.
I've got this hemorrhoid medication. How about
Yeah.
Perla. prolapse.
Rectomar.
It's just a
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus with a butthole for a face.
They were,
There
I
was
think,
there was
pretty
one I
worried
saw
about
in
that
the
one.
There was one that's just a seagull in the trailer I saw.
They've done seagulls like 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, Pidgey's like
Well, Pidgey is just
You
a
know.
pigeon. Like
Hey, a Pidgey is basically like a finch. It's a
it's a finch, not a pigeon.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I just realized if it's in the UK, they're gonna have the Loch Ness monster. It's gonna be the bad guy. It's gonna be the Loch Ness monster Pokemon.
What would it be called? Do you reckon?
spoilers.
It's got to be something related to Nessie. I don't
Why are you
know,
looking at
man.
me? I'm not gonna.
Nick?
And there'll be like a Stonehenge
Yeah.
golem thing.
it's a Lapnessie.
Yeah, there'll be like a Stonehenge golem thing.
I've already
I
got
don't know.
a bunch of stone golem Pokemon.
Yeah, but it'll be like like the
Diglets? They're Diglets?
yeah.
It's just it's the Pokemon is actually a team of Diglets holding up some rocks.
You mean like Doug Trio? Doug Trio's already
a
a thing.
mega team of Diglets.
Yeah.
It's a whole
Doug
posse. It's a crew.
Quattro.
Doug Trio is just 3 Diglets together, right?
Yeah.
Their evolution is just 3 people standing next to each other.
Yeah, they do that a few times. They
How
Not two,
many?
Not two.
Magneton?
Oh
is-
yeah,
is
is
3
3.
Magnemites?
Yeah. But they're fused together. Diglets are just
Wheezing is
next
two,
to each
is
other.
2 coughings.
Yeah, but they're also fused together. Diglets are just next to each
Did you see
other.
the meme about what Diglett looks like on
Yeah,
the ground?
it's just a ripped dude.
No, I'm
All
talking
right.
about the other one where it's a ripped dude when he's laying down.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah. All right, we're out of time.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a couple weeks, but you can email us questions, frenzyquestions@gmail.com. We didn't talk anything about what we've been playing, but I've been playing a bunch of games the last couple
It's
weeks.
fine.
Wait until next
I've
We
only
didn't even
been-
talk about Legion, you know?
Oh, yeah, that came out.
Oh, that thing.
That thing we work on?
Yeah, that came out.
It's pretty good.
We like it.
7 out of 10.
Do you like it? Why don't you tweet at FrontSeatCast and let us know if you like it, or maybe you can go onto Facebook.com/FrontSeatCast and send us a message. Message subject needs to be "I like it," even if you don't like it. FrontSeatGamer.wordpress.com. Leave a comment there. YouTube.com/FrontSeatCast is where you can watch our videos. If you're already listening to us, you probably don't need to know that link. Blake.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's fine, Blake. It's fine. But you should subscribe. You can also follow us on twitch.tv/FrontSeatCast. Sometimes Severn twitches on there. And sometimes he also plays video games.
It's true.
Done any lately?
Nah, I haven't had time lately, but I want to go to there.
You got a
Do
solid.
that.
You got a solid
want to
bit
go
rate,
to
right?
there.
Yeah. What's that?
You got a solid bit
30
rate,
rock rope.
right?
A solid what, sorry?
Bit rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, all the bit rate. You need some of the bit rate?
I need some.
Okay. We're on Spotify. Look for us on iTunes and stuff. Rate us, subscribe. You know the deal. We'll be back in a couple weeks. Bye!
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Also, thank you for coming, Dane, and being here. Bye! Actually, did I ever tell you I was in a club in San Francisco and had beds that lined the entire perimeter of the club?
You've never told me about
Beds.
this.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
was-
the premise there
What
is
was happening
really
on the
subtle.
beds?
Well, the event was the
Fucking
launch
hell.
of Heroes of New Earth. Do you remember Heroes of New
What
And
Earth?
so they were
What
just
the hell
like,
is that?
big orgy, everyone.
Wait,
They-
what?
Yeah, they rented out this club in San Francisco for the launch of Heroes of New Earth,
They put beds everywhere.
and I don't think they put the beds there. I think they're just part of the club,
Right.
and I'm pretty sure it's like
What does the club normally do with these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a black light on those beds. What do you see?
You'll see
Yep.
some fucking police stick figures on them.
Yeah.
sticky figures.
Yuck.
That's weird.
Beds?
In a club.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine what it looks like.
So
Is it-
imagine
you got like the bar, and then you got this like.
the bar was in a separate room.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, this was
In
the
a room.
bedroom.
The bar's
This
in
was
like
the bedroom.
the bar was in a kind of small room, and then you go
Like-
through these
like over
doors,
there.
and it's this big room, and the entire perimeter is lined with beds.
That's
What's in the middle of this? Dance floor?
Wait, beds all around in
yeah.
a big ring, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be jumping from bed to bed. That's
Yeah.
that'd be me.
that'd be.
There
bet
was
that'd be
a
like
there was
squishy.
trapeze
They
hanging
just
from the roof.
Oh, fuck.
And they had a trapeze act. And then it was just a fucking LAN party after that, where these two teams play Heroes of New Earth.
Wow, weird.
What is Heroes of New?
Like League of Legends before League of Legends. It was basically Dota.